Now, most people have heard of Dartmoor, if you're in the UK anyway, and just see it as a large national park. But what I love about Dartmoor is the history behind it. We can trace our ancestors on here back to the Bronze Age, 4,000-5,000 years or more. And the weird thing is, one minute you can be just walking along, having a little hike, enjoying yourself, and then suddenly find yourself sitting in what was essentially a 5,000-year-old stone hut that, people lived in and sat or stood in that same spot 5,000 years ago. It's quite insane. There's a lot of history and mystery behind Dartmoor, and I think it's one of the things that most people find incredibly intriguing. Speaking of which, there's a little story that you might like, you may have already heard about. Hello. Back in the less civilised past, suicides were not allowed to be buried on consecrated grounds, and as a result their spirits were believed to remain earthbound. The superstitious country people believed that if the body was buried at the parish limits, preferably at a crossroads, the spirit would be unable to find its way back to its former haunts, and so would not be able to bother anyone. Jay's grave is the grave of just such a suicide. Kitty Jay is said to have been a young unmarried housemaid who was betrayed by her lover. In desperation, she hanged herself in the outbuilding of a nearby farm, and the body was disposed of in the usual barbarous manner of that time. The body was later dug up by Mr. James Bryan, who reinterred it and set out the stones which now mark the spot. What is unusual at the grave is that there are always fresh flowers on it. No matter what time of the year, whenever you pass Jay's grave, you will always see fresh flowers. Sometimes wildflowers, sometimes garden flowers, but no one knows who puts them there or why. But poor Kitty Jay has been remembered for far longer than the superstitious country folk who originally buried her. I'm hoping that where I'm going is not going to be too far to go to some stone circles, because although I'm not sort of forecast within this walk to go past anything historical, Dartmoor National Park has got literally thousands of burial grounds, kists as they call them. There are stone rows, stone circles dotted about everywhere. No one really knows the true meaning of them. Some of them are burial grounds. A lot of the burial grounds they found were angled in a particular way. They were always northeast, southwest. They always face the same way. No one knows why. Problem is, a lot of these burial mounds and graves have been pillaged over the years. Sort of prehistory. The Victorians, they did a little bit of archaeology on Dartmoor, digging a few places up, but didn't really have the technology that we've got nowadays. So some things have been found since then. And they managed to piece together the sort of lifestyle and what people were like and what they did. And Dartmoor used to actually be a massive forest. So what we look at now is this naturally made landscape. Although yes, nature has played a massive part on it. It was deforested by early humans when they started to farm the lands. So the woods were cut down, obviously used as fire or building materials, and they then populated and started farms. So sheep, cows, horses, what have you. And there are remnants of these farms dotted about throughout Dartmoor everywhere, and some quite vast areas as well that they covered. But it's just an interesting place because you never know what you might find, or what you see and you think is just some rocks, and turns out to be someone's old house. A place where someone 4,000 or 5,000 years ago used to live. Right, it's not the first tour. I've gone across about 3 or 4, but this is the first of the tours we're looking at possibly camping on. So I'm out on my own tonight, but the boys are supposed to come. Ash, Scotty B, Mr. Blowout, and this time Ash has blown out. He feels a bit poorly. He left his big boy pants at home, so he's not coming out on what would be his 35th camp second camp this year. Apparently Scott is coming out with a friend of his, who I don't know, haven't met before. And bearing in mind, we're in the middle of May, so halfway through the year. This is going to be Scott's first camp of 2024. Oh no, that sounds terrible. I'm a bit spoiled. I do get to go out quite a lot. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, they do come out. The remnants of a geocache. Tor, which is apparently where I am. So I initially thought that was Honeybag Tor, but it's not. That is Nitecore Tor. We're on Tor now. So I've got Tor, Nitecore, and then Honeybag over the other side. So I'm in a completely different area than I've ever camped before. I've never been to this part of Dartmoor, which is nice, hence the trip to Jay's grave. But the reason why we come here is the 10 tours is on this weekend. So there are going to be about 2,500 people hiking and camping across Dartmoor. Ruining my fun, limiting where I can go. So, but that's fine. It is a nice fresh breeze up here. There's nothing worse than thinking, because I thought that was Honeybag Tor, and I've got another tour to go. It's like a false summit, isn't it? It sort of leads you into a full sense of security when you get there and you think, ah, I'm there, and then nope, someone whips the rug from underneath your feet and you've got another summit to go. It's quite windy up here. It is, it's about 22 degrees at the moment, so it's nice and warm. Don't worry, I'm not wearing shorts, so I'm not going to scare you. But it's going to probably get down to single figures tonight, maybe, you know, high, mid single figures. It's not going to get really cold, shouldn't do. I've got a single skin tent, but I should be fine. Right, so I'm going to walk. Can't see if it's on the screen or not. There's a track up there. It's going to take me across the top of Nitecore Tor, and then we're going to drop down and go across to Honeybag Tor. See what that's like. Don't know if you can see these, but all these sticks down here are charred bits of burnt wood. Not sure where it's been taken from, but obviously some idiots had a fire in the rocks there. Okay, so this will be it here. I'm not sure what plant this is, but someone's ripped it up. In fact, they tried to burn the plant because it's burnt at the roots, or it was a secondary fire from where they started on. It's the reason why they ban wild camping on Dartmoor. And a lot of people go, oh, you should just let people go and have fun as long as they don't set fire to the place. But that's what happens. There's a lot of boggy peat ground here. It's flammable. It can start fires. But it's not only that, it's the wildlife, things that live here. The history, as I was saying before, you know, there's stuff here that's been here for 5,000 years. And then all it takes is one twat to come along and ruin it in 5 minutes. And that's just sad. Yeah, we need to protect the country, protect our heritage, protect the wildlife, and stuff that is around here now that's been here for 5,000 years. Comprehend it. No building that we have ever made has or will make 5,000 years. It will not last them. These have been here for 5,000 years. And then we come along and trash it in the space of 100. They'll never come back. And they never want to be moaning. It's prevention, not cure, yeah? That's what we've got to do. It's quite easy. Just come and enjoy it. Don't be a dickhead. So I got stitched with another false summit. What I thought was Nitecore Tor was not. It was Tor. So heading over to Honeybag Tor. I've actually just gone past Nitecore Tor, which is stunning. Beautiful scenery, some lovely rock piles at the top of the Tor. But now I'm going to head down this way, and that is definitely, because it's the last one, that is Honeybag Tor. So I'm going to follow this little meandering route down here, up to the top, and see what it's like for camping. There was some good spots up on Nitecore Tor, So if it's no good up there, it's fine. If it's just me on my own, I can go wherever I want. But because I've got the other guys coming, I'll try and find somewhere that sort of fits 3 people. I should just find somewhere for me. Let them scrabble around for the next 2 hours, trying to find a suitable camp spot for 3 people. Right, I have made it. Honeybag Tor. So it is lovely up here, absolutely stunning. And there's quite a lot of space as well for a few tents. So there's a fair old gap down there. It's quite windy. I'm thinking I might pitch up just behind these rocks here. But it's stunning views. Down there somewhere are some stone circles. Well, I want to have a look at those. I can't be bothered now. I've done my hike to go all the way down there and back up again. It's a bit too knackering. So what I might do is in the morning, I might actually go down that way and have a look, because there's a path that runs all the way along the outside of the tors. So you haven't got to go up and over the tors again. So that might be an idea for the morning. So I probably won't do my usual little sign-off video on the tour and take you down through the walk, just to show you, see what I can find. If I don't see anything, then I will say goodbye at the end of the camp. It is pretty windy up here. Right, I'm going to find somewhere and get pitched up. Cheers. Tent went up okay, so I'm in the new Hill Zero Mattis 2P tonight, single skin tent. It's my 3rd time out in it. I really like the tent. It is very, very good. They're actually redeveloping a few little things after my last video that I did on it, so just to improve it a bit more. But it's pretty close to perfect. It is a good tent, very good tent. So I've got a couple of bits and pieces that I'm going to be testing out tonight. Claris, who I've had a few torches from Claris, they've sent me out a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, and this is called a K5, and it is, if you can see it, it's carbon fibre. It weighs 157 grams. I don't know what my power banks weigh. If I remember, I'll try and weigh them when I get home, and I'll stick it on the screen here. But this is tiny. My power bank is the size of my phone, the other one, and it's twice the thickness of the phone as well, so it does make a big difference to it. So it's 10,000 milliamp hours, it's carbon fibre, it's IP68 waterproof as well. It has a little button on here which tells you digitally, you probably won't be able to see it in this, but it tells you digitally the percentage, which is quite nice. The other ones tend to have 4 lights, 25% for each one. So anyway, it's 157 grams, it's 22.5 kilowatt max output. But I'm going to try that on my night lapse tonight, see if it lasts. I've also been contacted by Nitecore, and they've sent me out the NU25, the UL version. So it's got a very thin, adjustable, elasticated strap on the back of it. The other one they give me is the HC65UHE. This is a bit of a beast of a head torch, but I will take that out tonight. It should be a nice clear night tonight. Hopefully, it's a bit misty, but I think it's going to be a fairly clear night tonight, and hopefully get a good night naps. Right, I'm going to get on my beer and enjoy this scenery. I don't think I've ever been on a tour that is sort of as colourful as this and has got so much wildlife, as in greenery. There's loads of ferns and flowers. It's just really pretty. And I think as well with all the sort of sticks and stuff that's lying around, which you wouldn't normally get, but is on here, I could use the old lo-fi stove up here quite easily and have unlimited amounts of fuel. It's really pretty. I'm definitely going to come back here again. So I went shopping before I came out, and I had the intention of doing a particular meal, a proper meal, sort of, but something a bit different, very different in fact. And I got to Tesco's and I really couldn't be bothered. And I thought, because it's such a nice sunny day, I wanted to just enjoy it and be able to just sit out and chill and not worry about cooking. So you'd be glad to know I didn't go for my normal soba noodles. You probably don't care, but there you go. But I've been even more lazy. I've been the laziest I could ever be. I got a pasty and some pork and pickle pies. So I'm just going to gorge myself and get indigestion on that lot instead. I need to get some new camping buddies. So Scott is renowned for blowing out at the last minute. Scotty Blowout. So I generally just come out with Ash. Ash is blown out this time. So Ash and Scott had agreed to come up to the tour for 3 o'clock. And I said, I'm not going to be able to make 3 o'clock because I've got previous commitments. I said, I'll probably be about 4, half 4, maybe 5. Then Ash blows out, sick. I then text Scott and say, right, actually things have changed. I can get there for about 2:45, so I'll meet you in the car park at 3 o'clock. He messaged back saying, I won't get there we will get there at about 4. So I was like, so I thought, I'm not waiting around for an hour. You know, I'd wait 20 minutes for him. So I got there at 2:45, headed up, come over here. Obviously, I've been filming, setting a tent up, enjoying the weather, having the food, had a beer. It's 5:45. And they've just turned up at the car park. So he's got to walk all the way over yet still. Useless. So glad I didn't wait for him at the car park, eh? 3:15 till 5:45. Yeah, I'll just sit for 3 hours. But he's made it though, which is one up on Ash. Scott's first camp out this year. So Scott has taken the short route, and he's parked literally behind that Tor. And he rang me about half an hour ago, saying, "Oh, come on, get up on the top of the Tor, film us coming up." That was half an hour ago, at least. I'll give up. Standing up here waiting for him. Well, it's lovely and warm. There is a breeze, a constant breeze that's coming across the top here. So now that I've stopped doing anything and just sitting in my chair, finishing my beer, just started to get a bit chilly. So I'll put my coat on. I'm still barefoot, but it's nice walking across here barefoot. It's nice to feel the grass under your feet and not be soaking wet. So I'm going to get my chair back up and crack up another beer and have some pork and pickle pies.
Nice flat spot, but you've got like a little valley there to lay your...
Right, it's 9:30 in the evening. Scott's turned up finally. He's made it though, which is good.
Shop.
Good to see you.
I had to go shop first.
Hey?
I had to go shop first.
I don't understand a word he's saying. Speak English. And you brought along Rich. Is it Rich?
Rich. Yeah, Rich.
Rich. And this is his first time wild camping. So this is going to be a good test for him. I'm going to film him.
Comedy gold.
Yeah, I'm going to film him putting the tent up completely.
No pressure.
Just to make it that much harder.
How not to pitch your tent? Yeah.
We've just been chatting about wild camping and the first time you do it, and you either love it or you hate it. So hopefully Rich will have a good experience, and he can't have better weather than this anyway. Should have brought him out on the last one that we did with the gale force winds and rain, but yeah, this is going to be nice.
Perfect conditions, I'd say.
I'll bring you back when their gear is set up.
For Gerald.
Right, the tents are up. Rich is in the Thai G2, which is Scott's old tent.
The one that took an absolute battering.
And this is there is a slight bend We thought that this tent got away with no damage, but it didn't. Scott has straightened out some of it with his knee earlier on. His knee broke because obviously he's got legs like twigs, but the pole survived, so that's all right. But it's up. It lived. It didn't die.
It almost survived with no damage.
That's a handy bit of kit, Scott, that little fan.
Is that?
That little fan.
What a spot though.
What, look here. Yeah, I've got one at home too.
You got to get a pump. Yeah, he's got 4 of everything.
It's a new bit of kit.
He's got 4 of everything.
He's got 4 of everything.
Sleeping, man.
What a beautiful tour. This is rapidly becoming my favourite tour. The weather helps, obviously, but it's just stunning, absolutely beautiful. Right, well the sun has gone down. It is pitch black. It's starting to get a bit chilly as well now. I'm just having my my pudding, which is the salted caramel chocolate brownie. Thanks, Cole, from Outdoor Gear Essentials, and it's really good. I like the chocolate pudding. You can see the caramel in this. It's really, really nice. Way better than the chocolate one. Right, apologies, not done much filming tonight. We've been gassing and taking some astrophotography, trying to catch the northern lights. And I think we've got a few. So I'll stick my night lapse up now, and also some photographs that were taken during the night, because it is an absolutely stunning evening. And we've got some good shots. Anyway, if nothing else happens, I'll see you guys in the morning. That's heavy as well.
Got a date on it. On front.
1960 something.
4.
Might be 66. Should I open it or should it go off? Feels like it hasn't been opened in a long time. Oh, yeah. Turn to shoot your camera. There's a whole message in the bottom. Stamp. There's everything in there. How cool is that? And there's like a stamp. There's drawings people have done. A little book. We could leave a note in there. Say we were here. Copperberg, good choice. It's not from 1966, is it? What does that say? Timothy B. Christmas box, 2001?
Yeah.
I'm trying to read it with bad eyes and backwards. Oh, there's tons of stuff in here. Smells. I've never seen one in like an army.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's 2018. "17 years later." What does this say? This box was given as a Christmas present to James, Tom and Katie Timothy by their mum and dad, as we've all enjoyed the letterboxing on Dartmoor since our first holiday in 1995, normally with our now 10-year-old golden retriever Holly, hence the holly leaf on the stump. Please phone us on blah 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 if the box is damaged. I'll blur that out because some idiot will just keep on phoning them for a wind up. That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We've been up a little while now. It's 6:30. Just got up at 5 o'clock just to see the sunrise, which was in and out. Found a weird, well not weird, but I found a letterbox. Someone who does letterboxing with an ammunition box full of stuff. Quite interesting to read, and it's been there for 20 years, and there's writing in there from 20 years ago as well. But yeah, we're all up now. Scott's already had his breakfast. Don't know why. It's way too early. Breakfast at 6 in the morning, so I'm just enjoying it. Enjoying watching that sunrise. It's absolutely stunning. There's even people walking about around here at this time of the morning. Some people are mad, aren't they? But it's beautiful. The boy taking their pictures of the sunrise. Can't remember if I asked you. Did I film you and ask you how your first wild camp was?
Oh, you haven't yet?
No. How was your first wild camp?
Well, it's hit the mark, isn't it? It's,
You've been spoiled.
yeah, massively. Northern Lights last night.
Yeah, Northern Lights, sunset, sunrise.
Sunrise.
And you had a good sleep.
And stargazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, stargazing with his lover on the rocks. Scott up there holding hands, got some good pictures of you two.
Shooting lights out of my bum.
Scott with his arse saber. It's been a good camp. Enjoyed it. We're going to just chill out this morning, have a cup of coffee in a bit, have some breakfast, and enjoy that sunrise. Right, we are all packed up, didn't do much filming this morning, got the drone out for a little bit. Been an absolutely stunning morning, stunning evening as well, and night. It's been pretty much the perfect camp, hasn't it guys? Perfect. Rich has been spoiled rotten, his first ever wild camp. The rest are going to be crap going forward in comparison to this one. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Scott?
I made it.
He made it. Scott actually made it out on a camp, first time this year, probably the last. But yeah, thanks for coming out and joining us guys. Anyway, as always, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one.